Hello guys, Mucho Power here. For those who don't know me, I'm a multi-rank warlock in PvP. So today we're gonna be talking about talents, conduits, Legos, Unity Lego, tier set, everything in order, so you can have the knowledge and where to craft your Lego and everything before March 22. Cause I've been getting a lot of questions, where to craft my Lego, what talent should I pick. So let's get to it. So first, I'm gonna be talking about talents for Affliction Warlock, basically. So in the first talent tree, we're gonna be talking about you always, no matter what, you're gonna pick Inevitable Demise. Why? Because Drain Life is very strong right now, specifically with your Claw Lego, which is the Drain Life Lego. So we're gonna be picking these talents always, no matter what, in PvP. Always, always, always. Second, we're gonna be picking Agony talent. We don't pick Absolute Corruption anymore or Siphon Life. Basically, this is PvE stuff. Why Agony talent? Basically, you wanna put as much Agony as you want on every single target in order to get the Drain Life stacks up faster, basically. So you never wanna let your Agonies fall. Never. So we always have Agony on every single target, pets, everything, as much as you can. And I'm gonna tell you guys why soon. The tarot. In season 1 we used to pick like demon skin, but it's really kind of like bad right now when you want an extra defensive for luck, and since dark pack got buff, so it's really strong right now. And on top of that, since our HP is getting up, the more gear you get, your HP gets like up. It's basically a dark pack buff basically. And right now I have like 98k, but you're gonna be able to have like around 103 or something, 100k plus without priest buff even. So I always pick dark pack here. Okay, here in the level 35 talent tree, seeds talent is PvE stuff. Same with Bile Tint. That's like we don't pick those are PvE stuff. Never pick those. Only Phantom Singularity basically. Always. This is for your burst. Uh, Level 40. Well, you wanna pick Hall of Terror or Coil depending where you're facing. Basically, double casters and stuff. You always wanna pick like Hall of Terror because your Affliction. You're all the time like casting and trying to like refresh your dots and everything, and you don't have as much time to cast Fear. Basically, you can, but AoE Fear instead is better. You can play Coil into like Warriors and stuff, and Coil is more like a 2v2 talent basically into Warrior DHs and stuff like that. So make sure it's up to you. You can sometimes pick like Coil in 3v3 in some situations, but I rather play like Hall of Terror basically, so I always pick this. uh 45. Okay, Shadow Embrace, really bad. Never pick this thing. This is PvP stuff. Same with Hunt. You know, you're just gonna play Grimmer of Sacrifice, and you're just gonna sacrifice your pet, and it's gonna give you a lot of damage. You're gonna see like Grimmer of Sacrifice really, really, really high in your damage meters or recount or details or whatever. So I always pick this thing up, sacrifice your pet, and yeah, you're just gonna crank with damage, and that's what is Affliction is about, right? So level 50. Now, in season 1, we had a problem with logs, because people Dark Soul was like purgeable, not anymore. Thank God Blizzard like fixed that thing and buff it back again to not be dispellable. So this is always gonna be Dark Soul, doesn't matter what, always Dark Soul. Okay, this is like normal talents. PvP talents. Okay, easy. Rapid Contagion, always. This is like mandatory, always 100%. You need this. Like for your burst and everything, and consistent like damage with your haste and stuff. This is insane. So I always pick Rapid Contagion in PvP. Demon Armor usually is gonna be always a picked unless you're facing double casters. But let's say there's like a hybrid, like I don't know, Warrior Destro, you're still gonna pick Demon Armor over Reflect. Warriors, they crank, and you don't wanna have like a melee on top of you like destroying you. So I always pick Demon Armor. Unless it's double caster, then you replace like Demon Armor for Reflect, not a ward basically. But besides that, I always Demon Armor and like triple UA when it's double Affliction basically. It's like to put it on 3 targets. So you always wanna keep like Agonies on like 3 targets no matter what. if you can, of course. And besides that, that's it. Deadbolt, it kind of got nerfed. It's still okay in some situations, but it got nerfed. It doesn't do like that, 45k damage, boom, explosive, burst. It still does a lot of like, decent damage, but I never picked it unless it's like 2v2 situations. Sometimes I picked, if I'm facing like a hunter or something, I just like deadbolt the healer, because hunters with that feint that leg or remove your dot is kind of like annoying a little bit. But besides that, I sometimes like pick triple UA and I dot like the healer, pet, and sometimes the hunter. It just depends, right? But yeah, those are the the talents that you wanna pick, and that's basically it for PvP talents. Okay, let's get to conduits really quick. Conduits. Okay, I usually go Crane because she's really strong with wild tactics and stuff. Your damage, you can read the tool deep. It's really strong, and on top of that, she gives you some mobility which you need in 3v3 situations, even in 2s too, depending where you're facing, right? Dreamweaver, on the other hand, can be really good too with your burst. You can get a lot of haste, but we don't need that much haste. I'd rather just have my mobility and my kiting up there, So I always go carrying. So conduits, you're gonna have like rolling agony to increase the duration of your agony. You're always gonna have agonies on every single target, no matter what. It's like a priority basically. So agony as much as you can, just increase the duration of it. So that's insane. Shade of terror, so when you howl or you try to fear and you have the person dotted, your fear doesn't break right away because of your dot damage, right? So you're gonna pick this one too. This is very important. Vitality, so you always gonna play this because of your drain Lego and your drain PvP talents. And I mean PvP talents, you understand me a little bit. So you always gonna pick this conduit no matter what. Always. Here is a tricky situation. Soul Eater. So you can either pick Soul Eater or Corruption Leer, which is the one that when you put Agony and Stable Affliction on people, it reduces the cooldown of your Dark Lord. This is optional. I decided to go with Soul Eater for more damage, because that way I can like time up, because they're lined together like Dark Soul with my Dark Lord 2-minute cooldown. So I rather just like go damage. Here, focus, malignancy, whatever. If you guys are wondering why I'm picking this talent, it's easy. So we're gonna be playing second tier set on Affliction, and you guys gonna see why. So Malefic Rapture is like 25% damage increase with your tier set bonus. So, and on top of that, another extra 15% is gonna be really strong, and you guys gonna see in just a moment. Here, demonic momentum, you want all extra mobility, so as soon as you port, you're gonna get that extra movement speed for 5 seconds. It's insane. If you feel like you don't gonna get target as much, it's still mobility is really good. You can play like restore the barrier to reduce the cooldown of your wall, but if you're not getting trained, it's kind of like and Affliction has a lot of like healing potential. Okay, now they're gonna talk about tier set. Tier set, this is mandatory. This is when you get like full gear and everything. This is what you're gonna go for. This is like your perfect setup basically. You're gonna go for the helmet and you're gonna go for the chest for the second tier set for Affliction. Why is that? Gloves, they give you haste crit stats. It's useless. Affliction doesn't need crit at all. Pants, they give you crit burst on the tier set. You don't need crit. Like I said again, it's useless. So shoulders give you Versa mastery, but the Versa, you're gonna have a lot of Versa regardless. So, and you want that haste. Always haste is really good for Affliction. Same with mastery, is kind of strong, so that's why you pick the helmet, because it gives you haste mastery, and the chest give you haste mastery, so you aim for those two. So right now it looks like I don't have that much stats and I don't have that much Versa. Why is that? Because I don't have the Unity Lego on the PTR, even that I'm revered, because everything is time gated, right? So next week, but you're gonna be it gives me like shitty stats. So, and I'm not gonna be crafting my Lego here on the belt or anything. This is like the campaign that they give you. So you're gonna be putting the normal haste belt right there for Affliction. The boots you're gonna make sure you craft your Lego on the boots, the Drain Life one. And with the Unity Lego, you're probably wondering where I'm going to craft my Lego, my second Lego, the Covenant Lego. Since you can craft it anywhere you want, anywhere, you're probably gonna be crafting it on the ring. I recommend on the ring, basically. Why on the ring? Because boots already give you haste burst Lego. I mean, you have the boots with haste burst, and everything else on the gear give you haste burst, basically. Everything is haste burst, except the 2 tier sets. So, why that? We usually, there's no more PvP rings that give you haste burst, and we already have one. So, unless you do PvE and you get the other rings from PvE, why not like craft the Covenant Lego in the ring? It's 291. It's gonna give you more HP, which is like Dark Pack buff. It give you more, more stats in general, and you're gonna make haste burst. So you're gonna have around like 33%, maybe almost 35% haste with gems and stuff, which I don't have yet. So it's gonna be really strong, and you're gonna have a lot of mastery still. So this is where you're gonna craft your Lego. So that's basically it for the tier set, for the Lego. And you have more questions, you guys can like go to my Twitch and we can talk about it. I will guys give you like a better understanding. So now this is how the damage is gonna look like with Malefic Rapture, Conduit, and and Drain Life. Basically, you always gonna like put agonies on every single target. Agonies always before corruption. Then you put corruption, triple agony here. You can pop Dark Soul here, Dark Glare, Rapid Contagion, and you can start cranking Malefic Raptures like crazy. And then Big Drain. And you're doing like a lot of fucking damage. Look at how much my Malefic Raptures are doing. 21k. Agony keeps sticking like crazy. Drain Life is really quick. So, and every time you Malefic Rapture with the tier set, it refreshes the duration of your dots. So look at this Malefic Rapture damage, This is gonna be insane, guys. So yeah, this is gonna be the perfect setup. And I don't even max out on like, my Lego is kinda low on this one because I don't have anything unlocked yet and stuff. But this is kinda like the perfect setup, like, triple agony, triple UA, everything corruption, and you can just like do the most damage. And yeah, that's all about it for this PvP guide. If you guys, like I said, if you guys have more questions, go to Mucho Power TV on Twitch, and yeah, we can talk about it. Peace, guys. Have a good day, everybody.